Don Kemp was a former New York advertising executive who gave up his high-powered career to pursue a simpler life. In November 1982, he set out on a road trip across the West, but what followed became one of the strangest unsolved cases in Wyoming history. On November 15, Kemp's SUV was found abandoned on a remote stretch of highway near Cheyenne. Inside were his neatly packed belongings, including expensive clothing, camping gear, and even his rifle. Footprints led away from the vehicle and stretched nearly 3 miles across open prairie, ending abruptly. A search party scoured the area for days, but there was no sign of Don. It was as if he had simply vanished into thin air. Months later, strange events deepened the mystery. A close friend back in New York began receiving eerie phone calls. The caller's voice sounded exactly like Don Kemp's. Investigators traced the calls to a trailer home in Casper, Wyoming, where a man named Mark Dennis lived. Dennis denied any involvement and was never charged. But the phone calls kept the mystery alive. Was Don still out there, alive, and reaching out? In 1986, nearly 4 years after he vanished, Don Kemp's skeletal remains were discovered just a few miles from where his car had been abandoned. Investigators ruled his death as exposure to the elements. But the unanswered questions, the abandoned car, the sudden footprints, the mysterious phone calls, have kept many convinced that foul play was involved. Did Don Kemp truly wander off into the Wyoming wilderness and succumb to the cold? Or was he the victim of something darker, covered up and never revealed? Decades later, the strange death of Don Kemp remains one of the most haunting mysteries of the American West.